Hey, Brian, I need to talk to you. I just received this month's child support from you, but it was only $10. What is going on? That's not the amount we've agreed to. It's supposed to be $300 each month. This is your responsibility as a father. If this is your idea of a joke, it isn't very funny. Please send the rest of it right away.
Oh, hi there, Ashley. Have you taken a good look at your account history?
Obviously. That's why I'm asking you about it right now. I know we've been divorced for about 5 years now, but you're still Paul's father. Nothing is ever going to change that. You still need to handle your responsibilities, you know. If you don't, then it's going to be a big problem.
What? Nah. I'm not the one that's raising him, am I? I've been thinking about it. If I'm not raising him, why am I paying for him? It doesn't make sense.
Excuse me?
It hasn't mattered what I thought. I've had to just give you money every month anyway. I think $10 a month ought to be enough from now on. Since we got divorced, he's your responsibility. What has it got to do with me? Nothing.
Are you for real right now? You really think $10 a month is going to be enough?
Enough, not enough. It isn't my problem. It isn't even about that anyway. We're divorced. You are my wife, I'm not your husband. It's like we are strangers now. So why do I have to send you my hard-earned money every month?
The only reason we got divorced is because you were cheating on me. If you hadn't had an affair, this wouldn't be an issue. And more importantly, the child support isn't for me. I don't use it for me. It's for your son. All of that money goes to take care of Paul. $300 a month isn't even a lot of money, but is to fulfill your duties as a father to your son. That money is important for giving him a good life.
If you're the one spending it, you're the one getting it.
Good grief, Brian. Paul is only 7 years old. There's no point in handing him the money. He can't buy groceries or clothes for himself. That's the reason I'm the one who gets the money. I thought it was set up through direct deposit anyway. Why are you changing it up? And I have a special account set up just for the child support. I don't even put it in my regular accounts. If you really think about it, you can easily see that I'm using it specifically for Paul.
Oh, really? I wonder. Is that how it really is? So you're telling me that as a single mother, you aren't using the money or extents for your kid to take care of yourself? No matter how hard life gets? You only use it for him? I've heard about other women doing that. How should I know how you were using it? Maybe you're spending it all on yourself.
If you're really so concerned about it, do you want to see my records? You can look at my card statements and my debit history. I don't care. I keep records of all my expenditures. You can see any of them you like. You don't have anything to complain about after that.
I don't need to see anything. Whatever, I'm done talking about it. From now on, I'm sending you the $10. That's it. I'm done discussing it.
Now just hang on a minute. You don't get to just decide like that. We have a child support agreement. It was part of the divorce. We didn't decide it by ourselves, you know. The judge was part of it too. It doesn't matter what you think now, that isn't how it works. We are sticking to that agreement.
Many months later.
Seriously? You only sent $10 again this month? Brian, what are you doing? You need to stop this. You can't act like this. It isn't okay. You need to get it together. I'm going to have to do something about it if you don't.
What's that supposed to mean? What exactly are you going to do?
If I have to, I'll contact my lawyer. I'd rather not have it come to that, but if you force my hand, I will. They might draft your paycheck before you even get it.
Oh, really? Take it right out of my paycheck? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but there's no chance of that happening.
What are you talking about?
None of your business. That's a private matter, not something I want to discuss with a stranger like you. I won't answer any questions.
Do you hear yourself? You sound like you don't even care that you're a father. You've got a responsibility to fulfill.
That's what I've been saying. You should be thankful I'm even giving you the $10 for a kid that I'm not even raising.
If you have a good reason to pay less, you can just tell me. You don't have to carry on like this. If something has happened or your income has changed, I'm open to talking about a solution.
It's nothing like that. Either way, next month, the month after that, and the month after that are going to be the same. You're getting $10, so be happy about it. Bye.
Hey, now.
Several days later.
Hey, Ashley. It's been a long time. I hope you're well. This is Brian's sister, Judy. You might not have my number saved.
Oh, Judy. Hello?
I know, it's been quite a while since we spoke.
It's okay. I haven't reached out either. I'm sorry I made so much trouble for you when we got divorced. I really appreciate that you helped me out during the divorce proceedings. It meant a lot to me.
Of course. Don't mention it. I was happy to help. My brother was a total jerk for what he did. I'm still sorry about it. It only made sense to take your side of things. Speaking of which, I have something I wanted to ask you. Is my brother up to no good again?
You could say something like that.
Is it maybe something to do with child support?
Actually, yes. To be honest with you, that's exactly it.
I had a hunch.
It sounds like you've already guessed it. I won't go into too much detail.
If it's okay with you, I'd like to hear about it. I'd like to know exactly what's going on.
If you say so. Last month, out of the blue, he decided to only send me $10 for child support.
Only $10. Isn't he supposed to be sending you about $300 each month? $10 isn't enough to do anything. That's like a joke. It's almost more insulting than sending nothing.
Yes, that's right. Up until now, he's always sent the money on time. He's never made a fuss about the money and he hasn't missed a payment. We've never really even had to discuss it. It really felt totally out of nowhere when he told me he was changing it. We've never had another hearing with the judge to talk about it, and he's never asked me about reducing the amount before. He just suddenly sent $10 instead, and when I asked him about it he said that is what I can expect from now on.
Wow, that's wild.
Do you know if something happened? I'm honestly a little worried.
Yeah. I'm not sure I expected that. Exactly how to tell you this. The truth of the matter is that my parents had to drag him to send the money each month. They reminded him and always made sure he had to send it. Every single month they were the ones that double-checked to be sure he was still making payments. They were on his back to make sure he took care of his responsibilities. That's the real reason he never missed a payment.
Oh, I had no idea that's how it was.
Yeah.
I had no idea they had been looking out for Paul and I for so long. 5 years is a long time to make sure Brian was doing his part.
Yeah, but then something came up. Last month my parents were in a car accident. It was towards the beginning of the month, so before you would have received the child support payment for the month.
Oh no. How are they? Are they okay? I hope they weren't injured too badly.
Oh, they're okay. It wasn't anything life-threatening. Both of them had to spend a little time in the hospital, but they're both going to be just fine in the long run. They still have some healing to do, but there's nothing permanent.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear it. What a relief.
Yes, but then here's the problem. My parents don't have the time or the energy to make sure my brother is doing his part right now. I also am pretty tied up. You know I live pretty far away, plus I'm pregnant. It would be really hard for me to take on the role of my brother's keeper right now.
Of course, don't worry about it. I can tell Brian just took the first chance he could to wriggle out of his responsibilities.
I'm truly sorry about all of this.
There isn't anything that you need to apologize for. None of this is your fault. It helps me just to know what is going on. Thank you for telling me.
I had something else I needed to tell you. My parents would really like to meet with you. They have some things they want to talk about with you.
With me? I wonder what about.
I'm really sorry to be such a bother. I hate to even ask. But do you think you could come by the hospital here after work? Or on one of your days off? They're at Chicago Central. We'd be happy to pay for you to come. We could get you a hotel room as well.
Oh, please, no. I'm happy to come, but you don't have to worry about paying for anything. Brian won't be there, will he?
Oh, of course. He won't be there.
In that case, would this coming Sunday be an okay time for me to come and visit?
Sunday? That would be great. Any time you can make it is wonderful.
I'll let you know when I leave here to give you an idea of what time I'll be arriving. It shouldn't be late, though. I can probably be there before the afternoon.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you.
Hey, Ashley. Look, little miss complains a lot. You don't have to whine about the child support. I have some good news for you. I had a great idea. If you want to go back to getting $300 a month, why don't we get remarried?
Let me see if I understand you. Are you saying that we would get married, but we would keep our finances separate and all you would give me to take care of the family is $300 a month?
I mean, you're working. You've got a job and an income. Sounds pretty good to me.
I don't think so. I think you got fired from your job. You're getting by on part-time work alone. Now that your income is a lot lower, that's about all you'd have to put in, isn't it?
Huh, what makes you say that?
You've told me everything I need to know. You don't want to contribute to a family. Kind of man you are apparently.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think that might have a little something to do with why you suddenly only want to send me $10 for child support. You want hang on to a little bit more of your money and you think that's the way to do it. You must have been pretty excited that your parents are both in the hospital right now. It meant no one could check up on you or watch what you were doing. You could act a fool and shirk your responsibilities as you like. That's why you want to offer up $300 a month if we get married again.
How did you know?
Was that your plan? You thought if you could put the squeeze on me and make money more difficult, I would beg you to get married again? Is that what you were waiting on? And what else were you planning? Did you think that if we got married again, I would do all the work and you would be able to take it easy? Were you hoping for a meal ticket?
No, you've got it all wrong. Nothing like that.
Well, I've got news for you. It isn't easy being a single mom, but I'm not so strapped for cash that I'm in any trouble either.
Really? It's hard to believe. Actually, wait just a minute. You know an awful lot about what is going on in my life right now.
Of course, I do. Right this minute I am sitting in the hospital visiting your parents.
What?
Your sister, Judy, is here, too.
What the heck is going on?
They invited me to come by. We are talking about how nasty you've been about the child support and what we can do about it.
What are you talking about?
I've decided you don't have to pay child support ever again.
Huh? Really?
Yes, really.
But really though, you honestly mean that?
Yes. But there is a catch. From now on you aren't going to be able to see Paul anymore. If you don't have any problems with that, let me know. I want to be sure.
No, that's absolutely fine by me. Perfect, in fact. Okay. Let's do this.
Okay, then I'm glad we could come to an agreement. In that case, if you have any other questions, please talk to your parents about it. They can help you out.
This is awesome. This is going to make my life so much easier.
A few moments later.
Hey you! We need to talk. When you said I didn't have to pay any child support anymore, I didn't know that this is what you meant. You tricked me. I had no idea you were going to take all the money I was going to inherit from my parents and pass it on to Paul now. That's crazy. I would never have agreed to that. Give me back my money.
It isn't your money now, is it?
It was supposed to be mine. That makes it my money. All Paul needs to do is just refuse the money. That'll take care of it. It'll go right back to me.
They started working with their lawyers and accountants. It's already begun.
I don't know anything about that. Talk to the boy. Or let me talk to him. I'll explain what's going on. He can give it up. What does he need it for?
You're talking about a 7-year-old child. What are you even thinking? What would you say to him?
It has nothing to do with how old he is. That's totally beside the point.
This is all your fault in the first place. You only have yourself to blame. If you hadn't tried to start sending a measly $10 for child support, this would probably never have happened. If you hadn't been so stupid and cruel, you would have been fine.
That's my money.
Is that really the only thing you care about? It feels that way. If so, it's time you cared a little more.
What the heck are you talking about?
I've heard a little tale that you're harassing one of the girls where you're working that part-time job of yours. Isn't she pretty young for you to be stalking?
What?
I heard she might sue or even press charges. She was a little worried about getting a father in trouble and affecting his family, but clearly that won't be a problem. Since you are giving up parental rights, my fiancé has talked to Paul about adopting him. Paul agreed, so that's the plan. I let her know that it wouldn't be a problem for us if anything happened to you. It no longer has anything to do with us.
Are you serious? Wait! Fiancé? You have a fiancé? Were you cheating on me?
No. I met him after we were already divorced. Don't think I would ever stoop as low as you disgusting man.
Who are you calling disgusting?
You should know, after we finish this conversation I am going to block your number.
What? Why?
I had always let you contact me because I thought it was important for Paul. I wanted you to be able to reach him, and sometimes I needed to let you know things that were going on in his life. But that won't be necessary anymore.
Hey, wait just a minute now.
As I said before, I'm engaged. We have plans to get married soon.
Now you listen to me.
If you have anything you need to discuss with me, you can speak to my lawyer. I'm with the same one that I used during our divorce. You can call their office directly. Thanks.
Ashley. Wait, don't just cut me off like that. Don't you dare.
On that note, I'm walking you now. Goodbye. After I finished speaking with Brian, he tried to go straight to his parents' hospital room. However, the hospital handled things perfectly. They wouldn't let Impasser go up to the room. The security there really is top-notch for their patients. He was furious and grinding his teeth the whole way home after they turned him away. It wasn't long after that my former father-in-law put his house up for sale. It was a lovely old place, and I know Brian always assumed it would come to him. By the time Brian found out about the sale of the house, it was already said and done. He had a lot to handle because of the lawsuit his young coworker had filed against him. He was lucky she didn't press charges and went the civil route instead. He was found guilty though, and the judge awarded her some money for the damage he caused. He looked for a job where he could stand a dormitory or employee housing. He was lucky he found something. At least that much was good for him. However, the work was pretty dangerous and the company doesn't actually treat its workers very well. The hours are very long. Most of the employees work their shift and then head straight back to the housing units to sleep until their next shift begins. They don't have much of a life. That's all my ex-relief does now, work and sleep. He's paying what he owes though. I think he spends most of his time exhausted. He doesn't have any real free time to do anything he enjoys.